What if I told you your next D&D villain could make your players question everything they believe about good and evil? Welcome, adventurers and world builders. Today, we're transforming antagonists from cartoon villains into characters your players won't be able to stop thinking about. Picture this. Your party faces off against the campaign's big bad, fully prepared for an epic battle. But instead of attacking, the villain reveals a truth that shakes your heroes to their core. Suddenly, your players are second-guessing their entire mission. That's the power of a morally complex antagonist. Think about it. Which is more intriguing? A dark lord who wants to conquer the world just because, or a fallen paladin who believes overthrowing the corrupt kingdom is the only way to save it? In the next few minutes, we'll explore 5 ideas to create antagonists so compelling, your players might just end up rooting for them. Ready to revolutionize your storytelling? Let's build. Meet our first morally complex antagonist, the Misguided Idealist. This character isn't driven by greed or a lust for power. Instead, they're fueled by a genuine desire to make the world a better place. The catch? Their methods are questionable at best, catastrophic at worst. Imagine a charismatic leader who believes that to achieve true equality, all magic must be purged from the world. They see magic as the root of societal imbalance and are willing to go to extreme lengths to eradicate it. Noble goal, right. But their actions, hunting down magic users, destroying magical artifacts, perhaps even summoning an anti-magic calamity, are causing widespread fear and destruction. To create a misguided idealist, give them a noble, even admirable goal. Ensure their methods are flawed or extreme. Make their logic almost convincing. Your players should see where they're coming from, even if they disagree. The beauty of this antagonist. Your players might find themselves agreeing with the villain's end goal, even as they oppose their means. It's not just a fight against evil, it's a philosophical debate with swords and spells. Now, let's turn to our second complex antagonist, the desperate survivor. This isn't a villain who chose a life of crime. They were thrust into it by circumstances beyond their control. Now, I want you to imagine a refugee from a war-torn kingdom, forced to flee with nothing but the clothes on their back. They've found safety in a new land, but at a terrible cost. Their family is held hostage by ruthless smugglers. Now, they're stealing priceless artifacts from the local museum, not for greed, but to pay the ransom that will save their loved ones. To bring a desperate survivor to life in your campaign, create a sympathetic backstory. What drove them to this point? Ensure their actions, while harmful, are proportionate to their desperation. Give them visible reluctance or remorse. They don't want to do this. Provide an out, a way they could potentially be helped rather than just defeated. The power of the desperate survivor lies in the moral quandary they present. Sure, your players can stop the thief, but are they willing to condemn an innocent family in the process? It's not just about saving the day anymore, it's about grappling with the complexities of justice and compassion in a harsh world. Our third complex antagonist is the duty-bound opponent, a character torn between personal beliefs and sworn obligations. Imagine a captain of the royal guard. She knows the king has become corrupt, agrees with the party's mission to depose him, but is honor-bound to defend the crown. Each encounter is a struggle between duty and conscience. To create a compelling duty-bound opponent, establish a clear conflict between their personal beliefs and official role. Show their internal struggle through actions and dialogue. Present opportunities for the players to appeal to their true beliefs. Consider what might finally push them to break their oath or double down on it. The duty-bound opponent adds layers of tension and moral complexity. Will your players find a way to turn them or be forced to fight someone who's not so different from themselves? Next up is the tragic monster, a being causing harm not out of malice, but due to its very nature or a terrible curse. Picture an ancient dragon whose mere presence causes the land to wither and die. It doesn't want to destroy. In fact, it's desperately seeking a cure. But everywhere it goes, desolation follows. To bring a tragic monster to life, create a backstory that evokes sympathy. How did they end up this way? Show the monster's attempts to mitigate its harmful effects. Present the damage it causes as an unintended consequence. Not a goal. Consider if there's a way to save the monster rather than just defeat it. The tragic monster challenges players to think beyond simple combat. Can they find a way to help this creature, or is the only solution to end its suffering? Our final complex antagonist is the rival, someone with goals similar to the heroes, but very different methods. Envision another adventuring party, racing against your players to retrieve a powerful artifact. They believe the item should be destroyed to prevent its misuse, while your party needs it to save a city. Neither is wrong, but their goals are mutually exclusive. To craft an engaging rival, give them a legitimate claim to the same goal as the players. Make them competent. They should be a genuine threat to the party's success. Allow for both cooperation and competition. Sometimes they might need to work together. Consider how far they'll go to achieve their goal, and how that differs from the players. The rival adds a thrilling element of competition to your campaign. It's not about good versus evil, but about whose vision for the greater good will prevail. There it is, 5 types of morally complex antagonists to elevate your D&D storytelling. By moving beyond the pure evil villain, you create richer narratives, more engaging conflicts, and opportunities for real character growth. Not just for your NPCs, but for your players' characters too. Which of these antagonists will you introduce in your next session? Or do you have your own ideas for morally grey adversaries? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more tips on crafting unforgettable D&D experiences, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Banana Breakdown here, and may your dice roll true and your stories be legendary.